Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Today I'm going to present about the electrical toolset or AutoCAD electrical, or short is ACE or ACAD/E is the name of AutoCAD electrical. It's made for the electrical design, electrical control design, schematic designs. I don't know that have you attend the last time my webinar or not. So today I gonna present again because the specialized tool set, the name is AutoCAD, including specialized tool set. Under it, it has 8 software. The normal AutoCAD is here is the middle class AutoCAD because the lowest is the AutoCAD LT, because it's just doing the 2D only. But this time this AutoCAD can do the 3D. And the next one is the AutoCAD architecture tool set. It's designed for the house and the door and window, the house design, right? And the third one that we're gonna talk today is electrical tool set. And then the fourth is the mechanical tool set. It's for design the sprocket, chain, mechanical part, all the things. That's quite powerful as well that we gonna present you in the next session, or we gonna concern this. And the fifth one is the MEP tool set. It's for design the duct. MEP is mechanical, electrical, and pumping. You can use this software to design about the system inside the high-rise building. And the sixth is the map 3D. This one is quite special market because it's doing the map in 3D. And seven is the raster design. Is for converting the raster image to vector. And the last one is a plan 3D. This one is quite useful as well for the one who design the plan 3D, the piping, the tube, and the tank vessel, heat exchanger, something like that. So today we're gonna back to our topic today is electrical tool set. What does it mean? Because electrical, the name is quite various, but we focus just on electrical control only. If you have heard the word PLC, motor, car manufacturing, motorcycle, shipbuilder, high-rise building, anything that have this word, and electrical inside it designed with our software, electrical control. Okay, we focus on this only. For the high voltage, we not focus on that. For the electronic, we not focus on that. Okay, I write it here, not on electronics or high voltage. And we're gonna do the wiring diagram as well and the 2D panel layout. And we have the next step, working with Inventor to make the 3D cabinet. For example, the right image. You can see this cabinet and have the 3D of many components inside. If you want to do like this, we have to combine, integrated this software with Inventor inside the PDMC, product design and manufacturing collection under Autodesk umbrella. And for cabinet manufacturer, if you are the cabinet manufacturer, you should concern about this Inventor and AutoCAD electrical. But if you just the design engineer only, maybe you just focus on the AutoCAD electrical. Don't have to focus on Inventor because we focus on the cabinet manufacturers. For customer has own factory, that I write it down to summarize for you. And what the benefit that AutoCAD, including specialized tool set, it has 4 sizes. The first one is intelligent because it has the access library of symbol, parts, and detailed components. And the second is faster because it's automated creation of annotation layers and property for you automatically. And the third one is the familiar because it works under the AutoCAD UI. So you get familiar easier and you just learn the new tools. Normally, this software learn about 2 days, and you can jump up to your work. And the last one is efficient, because we extend workflow across disciplines more effectively. And we have the subscription model benefit that you have for size as well. It's a technical support. You can use the English speaking and your local language, online resources, and the up-to-date software stay competitive with instant access to the latest features. And the third one is the flexible term lengths. 1 month or 1 year or multiple years is depend on your choice. And the last one is the administrative tools. It's easily to manage the software licenses, seats, and usage, and also the download of the software as well. And back to our electrical tool set, it helped you in a recent study show the productivity gain in the electrical tool set. It clear a new design up to 84% faster. It is existing design up to 77% faster. A list of errors greatly reduced because of 67% reduction in number of commands used. Compare chart on the right side, 95% overall productivity gain, because if you use the electrical tool set, the same work, just use 7.5 hours to finish the work. But if you use the just basic AutoCAD, you have to spend more than 150 hours. And some works, because electrical design is an error-prone process. If you just basic AutoCAD, you have to think a lot, remember a lot, and careful a lot when you use the software. But electrical, if you use electrical instead, you don't have to worry anything. The system behind manage for you all the thing. You just put the command, and then the system will check for you at the backbone. You don't have to check by your eyes. And we have 6 sites to emphasize, because the software have more than 100 features, but we just focus on the 6 features that quite effective. The first one is comprehensive symbol libraries. We have prepared for you the push button, the motor, the fields, any symbol we provide for you already. The second thing is the automatic wire numberings and tagging. That's the last webinar I talked earlier. You can get back to that webinar and our record, and you can study there. And the electrical specific routing feature as well. We have many, for example, multiple bus from to anything is well prepared for you to use. And we're gonna talk today, the number 4 to number 6 is the automatic PLC-I/O drawing creation from spreadsheets. And the 5th one is tracking electrical drawing changes and the project drawing reuse. What does this mean, PLC-I/O? PLC is short for programmable logic control, and the I/O is input and output. When you want to write the diagram, connect the input outputs of the PLC to any devices, you have to draw like that, right? But this software, you just put in the spreadsheet, and the software read it out and then automatically create the diagram for you. And the tracking electrical drawing changes, it means if you have 2 versions of your drawing, you want to know which area, which one has been changes. Normally, you have to use your own eye to compare left side and both sides one by one. The simple drawing, you have spent more than an hour to compare, to careful everything, right? But this software will show you exactly the position and the symbol that has been changed. You don't have to check by your own eye. You just travel along by serving command, and you see one by one. For example, if this drawing has 6 area changes, the system will tell you the 6 area, and yet you just focus on that 6 area and finish your work. And the project drawing reuse, it means you can use your finished project to be the master of the new project. You know, you don't have to create anything from scratch. If you have the complete project, existing complete project, you just use that project to be the template for the next project. So you just spend a little time to change anything. For example, if one manufacturer, you have finished your work, and you have the next manufacturer, the next customer that want the thing that's similar to the first project. You just reuse that first project and you change it a little bit and then finish the second project easily. Okay, I will skip the number 1, number 2, number 3 because I talked it in the last time. So I will spend to the automatic PLC I/O. I will show you in the video first. This one, you can see that we have the import, export data. We can import for the left portion is the import. You can use the Unity Pro PLC I/O utility. I will skip, okay, to make it faster for you. You can see that on the left side, you can use many things from spreadsheet or Excel. And when you read it in, you can create the project and the PLC chart easily. But it's quite a little bit of setting. Okay, you read this template. And then the software will prompt with the dialog. And then you set the vertical or horizontal and many settings. If you don't know how to set, maybe use the default style first. And then if you have time more, you can study in each option. And then we use the template, right? To create, to be the master of the new drawing. Because it, if the PLC diagram is not finished yet, but the area is not enough, the system will automatically create the next page for you. Okay. And I will show you live after this. Okay. You don't have to worry about it. It's just any setting. And here we go. You can see that all the things automatically created by the software. You just hand off, waiting, and the system create for you like this. You see, very powerful. And create the next page for you. You don't have to create manually anymore. This one, because our topic is focused on automatic feature of this software, right? Okay, you can see lovely picture like this. Okay, go to the next topic. The next topic is tracking electrical drawing changes. Okay, this one I can show you live. Okay, I skip to the 6th one, the project drawing reuse. Okay, this one I can show you live. Okay, I will go to my software. Okay, the first one is drawing reuse. What does it mean? This is the live demo. Okay, the first one you have to activate. For example, I want to use this IEC demo project as my default template, and I want to create the new project. Copy in this IEC demo. So I go to the project tab and copy, and then I change the name to IEC demo copy 2, and okay. So the IC demo, the original project will be down to this list, and my copy project is on top. It's a working project. So every command that I use after this moment, it will affect this IEC demo copy to project only. And this time, you can see that all the drawing inside that IEC demo project already copied to this IEC demo copy to. Okay. And this one is a reuse. What does it mean? When you want to, for example, you want to retag all the things, you can use the update retag command to change the component retag, component clause reference, Y number, and set up anything sequential, anything. And then you hit OK. And then what drawing you want to affect. This setting effect. Maybe this one I focus on 004, or this drawing that I open and process. I select this. In this, the bottom list is mean you select. The top list is the what prepare for you. So you have to choose from the top and process to the bottom. That means right now I select just 2 drawing. So what setting that I already made, it will affect only these 2 drawing, not affect anything on the top list. It's free of changes in the top list, and the option will affect just only 2 drawing that I selected. And then OK. And here we go. The system automatically changes the tab, the Y color reference, anything in this drawing. You can see that it has been changed. All the tab, all the Y number, all the things that I have set, this tree. But if you want to change just commonality tab, you just untick these 2 options. That means when you hit OK, it will affect only the commonality tab only. You can choose like this. And title block update as well. Any command that you can choose to affect in your one time, click OK. You see on the left side is 4 options, on the right side is 4 options. That means one OK, you can affect the 8 option area like this. This one is quite useful. You see, and it's quite effective and reduce your time. That I mean they copy or project reuse the number 6 in topic number 6 that I tell you earlier. Okay. This one is quite useful. Okay, I will create the drawing, the new drawing for you to see. I hit the new AutoCAD Electrical IEC to make you clearer. And then I create the schematic diagram. For example, I create a ladder here from left to right. You can see it's automatically create the ladder. And then you can put your component, for example, the push button NO in this line. And you can choose the manufacturer here. Okay. Okay. This one is O4S1. Because this push button is just only one in this drawing, is the S1. The next push button will be S2. You can guess that, right? It's S2. It will run the number for you. You don't have to change manually like normal AutoCAD do. Okay. This one is quite useful. And the next thing that report and do the schematic report. We have 2 report buttons. The right one is for panel report, but I want to do the schematic report. I use this report instead. And here we go. normally we want to do the bill of material or BOM, right, of this drawing. I just use the BOM and okay. And I doing cannot because this drawing is outside of the project. Okay, I will use the drawing in the project instead. For example, I will add the number here and the push button here. Okay, push button S2. Okay, and then I will look up, because if I didn't choose the lookup, the system can't extract my BOM. I have to choose AB. Okay, and then okay. I will show you the BOM of this drawing 004, right? And create again the report of the 004 here. Process. Okay, save. And the system will extract S2 for you, right? The AB that you just created. The system will count for you how many S2 happen in the drawing Q1 or anything. You can extract the BOM from your drawing. It's easier from normal AutoCAD do, right? Because normal AutoCAD, you have to write it down one by one by your text. But you can do because it's quite complex spec, right? But this software extract for you automatically, can count for you and not wrong. That's helped you. Okay, I will try to show you more. I will copy this one, copy component to be S3, right? S3. And I will change to, I will delete this one to show the full list. I want to know where the option has AB. Okay, I will try this one, AB. 800T, B6, D1. And okay, we have S2 and S3. I will extract the BOM again. This 004 process. Okay. You will see the S2 and S3. S2 here, S3 here, right? This two S2 and S3 is different, so it should be not on the same line. It should be extract to the next line. But if I just copy, duplicate, and not change anything, just hit OK. That means S3 and S4 is the same spec, right? I will extract again the BOM 004 drawing process. Okay. S3 and S4. You can see that the system will gather for you the S3 and S4 in the same line because it has the same spec. It's easy like this. It's easy like this. And if you want to add your spec, it's no problem. It's easy because when you edit this component and look up and you want to add anything, you just hit the pencil button and then it will show you orange. That means you can edit any line by yourself. You can type anything, any spec. For example, if you want to add more, you just copy this line and replace this line, and you can add a push button, one or something, any text you can change. Okay, you can place a double N or something to make it different from the list, and then you can figure out easier. Okay, and then I will shoot this one. I can't hit OK yet because the system needs more information. So I will copy this line, copy the text in this line, and then put it here, maybe 30. Or can I type anything? And see more. Okay, hit the OK here. And my configure add to the system. like this in the bottom here, you can see. And right now I will choose what the message that I did, and then okay. Okay, and I will try to extract the bomb again. S3 and S4, focus on that. And then S3 and S4, number 4%. Okay. Here we go. You can see the message text that I did earlier has been assigned to S4. Because S3, I didn't change anything. I just changed on S4. So S4 reflect the changes that I did. You can see easy like this and automatically like this. You don't have to do it manually anymore. Okay. And the next thing that I want to show you, I will change anything. For example, if I want to use the normal line to this drawing, and I want the system to tell me that this line is different from the normal state. How can I do? How can I do? I go to the project. I use this one, mark verify drawing. I want to mark this one, mark this drawing 004, okay? Including non-AutoCAD elliptical blocks, include line and wires. Okay, I mark this one. And I make initial AA, okay? I already marked this one and I do the changes. I add this line, the diagonal line to here, and then I save. And then I go to verify this drawing, okay? The system will tell me that have new one. It doesn't know that it's a wire or not. You can see because it put the exclamation is question mark in front and the last to make it confused. The system confused that this is a wire or not because it's just the line, right? It's not wire. It's new. New is mean added to this drawing. Add the coordinate x, y, and then the beginning and the end, and add layer 0. You can see that many information has been added. And you can serve. It will show you one location change to this drawing. You can go to, you see, hit the pen button. The system will focus on this line and show you as the blue color. And then you can figure out that this line has been added to your drawing. It's different from the first version that you mark. Okay, this one is the change that you have to check only this position because the system tell you that one position changed. Okay, it's easy like this. We use the mark verify. Okay, I will try the next one. I will create a put the push button here at this position as well. I have been made the 2 changes to this drawing, right? And then I go to the project and verify again. The system will tell me the next line is the S file has been added to this drawing. It's a new component as well. Here we go. We can check this 2 position and that's it. The changes that have been made in the drawing, just 2 position. You don't have to check anything outside that because the system didn't tell you the changes location. So we can mark and verify. So reduce our work when checking. Okay. I will try the next one is the copy. Okay, copy this one. And then I want to mark again this drawing, mark, continue, BB. Okay. I try to mark, and then I will copy, or I delete. Okay, delete this one. So I have been marked that we have to push button, but right now I delete one, so we just have this one. We will try that. Can the system verify that what one has been deleted? You can see A6 erase. That means has been deleted. Erase. It's used the erase. So the system will tell that A6 had been existing before, but right now it's gone. Where? Okay. Because it's gone, so the serve is gray out. You can't serve because it's not exist in your drawing anymore. But system will tell you the S6 has been disappear. Okay. So this one can help you in added component and deleted component. And what happens if you change the color? This color to blue. It's not the same as previous, right? And then you verify again to check. Okay, I will try to mark first. Mark this one here as CC. Okay. And then I try to change to clean and verify. Okay, changing the color not detected. So it's not the electrical component, it's just the color. So that this system will not detect for you. It detects just for the added component and delete component and change component. For example, what change is mean? This one is electrical component, right? If you change anything inside this, the system will tell you. For example, if I mark this drawing first, and then DD, I want to change this one from the tag MC to the tag MC many C like this. And then I verify this drawing. You can see that the system will also tell you that K2 has been changed from the O1 just short MC. But right now, MC many C like this. So the setup of the old version, the system will also remember and compare to the new version to make you check that this changes is correct or not. If it's not correct, you can change back to just MC like this. And the changes that you had been made, it's not limit to this AutoCAD electrical. You can use normal AutoCAD to change. For example, in your team, if you just use AutoCAD electrical, only person that use AutoCAD electrical, and your teammate or your colleague use just normal AutoCAD or AutoCAD LT, you can send this drawing to them and they change and send back to you, and then you can compare what the changes that they did to your original version, and the system will tell you all the location has been changes, and then you know exactly what the position. For example, it has 6 position. You just check that 6 position, and that's it. You don't have to check other location that's not specified in the message. You don't have to check. The system tell you the changes position exactly. And exception, just the color. If they change color, the system can detect for you. But normally, no people changes just this color. You see, it's the odd, it's weird, you know, because you use the red and this one change to green. It's weird. You can see by your eyes. Okay, it's different. So don't have to rely on the system to check. But if it is the electrical component, the system can detect it. And normal light added, the system can detect it. Okay, and then it's easy like this. So I showed two option, two topic already, the copy, project reuse, and then the mark verify, right? The next thing that I want to show you is the PLC-IO. Okay, I will create the new drawing, the new scrap drawing for you, and then I go to the import export data. You can see that we have the Unity Pro, the PLC-IO utility, or from spreadsheet. You can use what exactly. For example, I use the Unity Pro. I read the information. This information, the system detect the information inside, and I want to create. Okay, run. And I create this one, PLC2, save, and create the database to save. Here we go. We can browse the template. Okay. And then the starting name of my drawing will be AA. And then I want it free run and add new drawing to my active project and start. And my hand off. I don't have to do anything. The system will automatically create for you the diagram and add drawing to your project on the left side. You don't have to do anything. Just wait and see. Here is an automatic process. And create the next drawing for you. If the area is not enough, the system create for you. Okay, here we go. From the information of Unity Pro or spreadsheet, it should be 7 drawing added to your project. It's related to PLC-IO diagram. For example, the first drawing is this diagram, the I/O of the PLC. And the second one is the AB. Here we go. The AC is the next drawing. This 7 drawing created automatically by the system. You don't have to do anything. This is quite useful. PLC utility as well, demo PLC. And you want to add this, the BA project. Make it free run and start. Now, it will create for you automatically as well. So you can make many PLC-IO drawing easy like this and many times as you wish. Easy. You don't have to do anything, right? This one is automatic tool that software provided for you. Here. I can't interrupt the process, so I have to wait for the project finish, process finish. Okay, and you can see that is beautiful, right? Because using computer should be like this, automatic, automatic, and automatic. This one provide for you. Normally, if you use your hand manually doing this kind of drawing, maybe spend a day or 2 days at least. But this one may be less than 2 minutes. You can greatly reduce your time, your working time. And you have 2 ways. The first one, you don't have to do OT. The second one, if you do OT, you can do more than nowadays work, right? Okay, finish. BA until BL. Oh, more than 10 drawing created. automatic like this, you can see a lot of information. And the next one that I want to show you is schematic circuit builder. This one is quite useful as well. I will create the multiple bus because the drawing, maybe I create the new one for you. Okay. But you have to remember this. This one is outside of your current project because you just newly create it, right? It's not related to the project. It's just independent drawing. And right now I want to create the multiple bus. This time empty space go horizontal because it's empty space. And I want to create the three wires from left to right is horizontal, go horizontal. It's show you the exact information from left to right like this. If you want to create some multiple bus and you want to turn down, or you want to create turn up, and you want to go further, you hit the C. C is mean continue. You continue here, and you don't want the flip in this area. You don't want the flip like this. You can hit the F. F key will change for you. F key, C key, C key go further. F is flip. You can see you can create the multiple bus like this, easy, right? And then you delete this. I want to delete this. And I will show you the circuit builder, the automatic process. You can create the three-phase motor circuit, horizontal or vertical, because your first line are horizontal, so you have to create the vertical circuit. In this time, I want to use the reversing. That means this motor circuit is a reversing circuit. Okay. And then circuit scale automatically set for you by the system, and the line spacing as well is 10. The distance between each line is 10 millimeter. So the system automatically put the number for you, but you can change. If you want to change, it's 5. It's okay, 5. But this time I will use the default value 10 and hit the configure. Oh, it's not matched, right? Because it's different. So number 10 is not exactly. So I will use the DI command to check first. It's 10. Circuit builder. Circuit scale should be 1. Number 10 is right. It's correct. So I reduce to number 1. Configure. Here we go. Hit on this line. The system automatically create for you the diagonal dot like this. And then you can choose what size of the motor. For example, induction, single phase, or synchronous motor. In this time, I will use the induction that quite useful and widespread use in the manufacturer, right? And the voltage for my country, I use 220 volts, and frequency in Thailand we use 50. But if you in US, you can choose 60, anything, okay? And right now I want to design the 3.7 kilowatt. It's a 3-phase, and the RPM is 1,500, and the FLA, full load amp, is 14. And then in the standard, we should multiply by 1.25 to make it the maximum load. The system set for you. You don't have to do anything. You just choose it's 14 full load amp and okay. The system give the information for you that should use the wires 10 AWG size, and you hit this button. At least you have to use the 10 AWG, but 10 AWG is not familiar in this location, in this area, right? We quite familiar with square millimeter. We can change to square millimeter. 10 AWG is comparable to 4 square min. You can see the red number is mean it's not enough to use. That means if you use this kind of motor, this size of motor, you can't use 1.5 square min because it's too small. Even 2.5 square min is too small as well. At least you have to use 4 square min. But for the safety reason, maybe you would choose the 6 square min instead, because you can see that the opacity is 68%, is quite high, right? But if you use just 4 square min, it's 93%, very high. It's dangerous, right? So you have to increase your size. For example, if you discuss with customer and customer want the safety or want to add more circuit in the future, maybe you have to increase the size, maybe to 10 square millimeter or 16 square millimeter instead, because you can see the percentage of opacity, that dangerous or not dangerous or safe. Because this one is quite safe because it's under 50%. That means you can add more circuit in the future. You design the first time. And then the maximum load is 17.5 amp, right? And then what the insulation that you want to use? In this time, I use the rubber because it's quite cheap, right? But XLPE is quite high price. You can reduce the size if you use the XLPE insulation, but this time I use the rubber because rubber is 60 Celsius, right? XLPE can resist 90 degrees Celsius. For this time, I select the 10 square millimeter. The next one is the rating factor. Is the continuous load connection is 0.8. Normally it's 0.8, but it depends on your design or your factory. The field correction as well, how many wires run in the same tray, right? In this, I will decide about 10 to 20. I should multiply by 0.5. And the ambient temperature, because in Thailand it's quite hot, right? I decide 51 to 55 Celsius. You can see that from the de-rating factor that I chose, it will affect the size of the conductor. Now I have to use at least 50 square min instead because I have the de-rating factor setting, right? And the next thing is that run distance. Run distance is 20. We are steel conduit or PLC or PVC or aluminum conduit. In this time, I use steel conduit. And maximum percent voltage drop, I chose 3%, and we can select up to 5%. In this time, I use 3%, and the run distance 20 foot or meter. In this time, I use 20 meter. And power factor, my factory is quite high standard, so power factor is quite high, close to 1, right? 0.85 is the default that factory should do. But normal is 0.6. So you have to compare to reimburse the C up to the system. But this time, for example, I use 0.85. And the parallel wires, in one phase, I use 4 or 3 or 2 conductors. It depends on my choice, but this time I use 4 instead. When I use 4, and the cost per kilowatt is 0.08, it means the dollar US dollar, right? So the system will calculate for you how many step, the Y loss estimation, maximum annual cost. That means you run 24/7 all the time, continuously. You never off the system. It's the loss that you gonna loss in the system from the setting that you had been set. And that from the parallel Y, you can reduce the size of the conductor, but you have to use 4 wires instead. But if I don't want to use the parallel wires, I should use at least 95 square millimeter. You can't find this big area conductor, right? It means you have to use the parallel wires. But if you can find the 95 square min, it's okay. You don't have to use the parallel wire. It depends on your choice. And its capacity is less than 50%. It's quite safe for me, right? So I use okay. Every setting that I did, I want the system create for me, insert all the circuit. You can see it's automatically add for you as well. You just hand off, wait and see. And the first time that you hit this button, it will create the power circuit for you. But the next time that you hit this button, it will create the control circuit for you. It's a two-step. I will hit this button again, and you can see that the control circuit automatically create for you. And that's it, finish. And you hit the done button. And here we go. This circuit you don't have to do by your hand manually anymore. Easy like this. Easy like this. For the motor circuit, back to the circuit builder again. What you can do, I use the vertical FVR reversing in this area, you see. But if you use not reversing, it won't have this area. It's the same. If you have the electrical background, you can understand this. And horizontal one is for vertical. What does it mean when you create a multiple bus vertically here? And you want to create the circuit in the horizontal position, you use the circuit builder, the same command. And the horizontal and FVR reversing. Here we go. And then configure. You can see it's a horizontal like this. And the system connect the line for you and create the dot for you exactly. Location. And you doing the same step that I explained before. Here, and you got the circuit. Yeah, the automatic feature that I show you is 4 feature because the time is not much. So I can show just a 4 feature only. But if you want to know more, maybe you attend my class. It's a 2-day class, or online demo with you directly to your company. You can